you very much, Mr. Chairman. I would remind you that Maine is, sir, vacation land. And for those of you, including you, sir, who have not booked your Maine vacation, there is still plenty of time. With that, I would like to thank Chairman Rowe, who is a Vietnam veteran himself and a doctor, in leading us down this path for better health care for our veterans. You know, Mr. Speaker, it was, I believe, our first Commander-in-Chief, George Washington, who said, and I paraphrase, that we can never expect young men and women in this country to step forward and fight for their country and give us the freedom that we all enjoy unless and until we take care of those who have already sacrificed on the battlefield. And that's what this is about. Mr. Chairman, in our state, we have about 125,000 veterans, and we love our veterans in the state of Maine. More than half of them are in the 2nd District, the 2nd Congressional District that I represent, which is mostly central, down east, western, and northern Maine. And let me tell you, Mr. Speaker, we know how to shoot straight up in Maine, and we just need to make sure we take care of our veterans who live in rural areas. One of the great concerns I have, and I know the chairman and others on the committee have the same concern, is that what about if you are a veteran that lives far away from a medical hospital, a veterans hospital? In the state of Maine, we have one veterans hospital. It's called Togus. It is the first VA hospital in the country, about 150 years old, and it was put together first to take care of those who have served in the battlefield in the Civil War. Well, in northern Maine, you might live in Fort Kent or Van Buren or Madawaska and be 5-hour drive away from Togus. If you're not feeling well and it's February and the snow is blowing sideways, it might be really tough to get down to Togus. That's why this choice program is so important. It allows our veterans who live far away from medical facilities to get their treatment close to home. And this is something that I'm a huge advocate of, and it's something we need to keep doing. Now, one more thing I want to mention, if I may, Mr. Chairman, is that we all know that veterans heal better with other veterans. We are not in any way trying to replace the veterans facilities. We have healthcare facilities in this country, but the choice program allows us to augment that care through the choice program where they're able to go to private facilities. Now, this emergency funding is absolutely critical. It'll extend this program for 6 months instead of letting it run out of money in 3 weeks. And it also includes something that is highly important, Mr. Chairman, and I am so grateful to you to include it. It includes the ability to authorize a lease in Portland, Maine, for a brand new top of the art, if you will, VA facility, a CBOC facility, an outpatient facility that will serve about 4,000 veterans in the state of Maine.
Yield another 30 seconds to the gentleman.
The gentleman's recognized for 30 seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I want to thank Congresswoman Chellie Pingree from the 1st District of the state of Maine. I represent the 2nd District, and I want to encourage everybody in this body, Republicans and Democrats, to please take care of our veterans. Please vote for S-114 to renew the authorization and the funding, the emergency funding for the choice program. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield back my time.
Gentleman yields.